just felt like we never really got going. Um, had spells um, where we looked dangerous, and then get into dangerous positions and make bad decisions in the final third. Um, Tyler's through one-on-one, can go straight at goal and decides to cut back and allow defenders to get in. Stephen gets behind the back line and tries to score from an impossible angle when we got three people wide open in the box. That can go on and on. Like the decision making, the attitude tonight, it just wasn't there.
So it seems to be kind of a pattern that these performances have come against teams that are ranked lower in the league than you are. And do you think that's a mentality problem for the club?
Yeah, I 100% agree. Come here against Oakland, you have a great performance against Sacramento on Wednesday. Come here against Oakland, who at that point I think were bottom of the league. And we think we can. We've had a couple of good performances. We think we can turn up and just win. And I feel like the same's happened tonight. But you're playing against a very good team. You're playing against a team that won the championship last year. But our guys think we've played two games really well. We've had good performances. We think we can just turn up and perform. It's the same story every time. We put ourselves in a good position, and then the attitude, the mindset isn't right, and we never grab a hold of the opportunity that's in front of us.
And especially games here at Protected have been a lot of a struggle. Like it's 3 games in a row now, scoring. Just what's going wrong with them?
I wish I knew. I wish I knew. It's obviously something that's was spoken about before, and now I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I don't know what happens with our guys, but we have to find the energy that we have on the road, the attitude and mindset we have on the road. We have to bring that here, and it's got nothing to do with whether you're playing at home or playing away. You can't just turn it on and off. And right now, too many players turn it on and off. And that's why you see great performance, poor performance, good performance, okay performance, terrible performance. That's why you see that. And unfortunately, that takes a lot to knock out of a group, you know.
Look at the first half, and it really seemed to be a struggle just to get the ball in dangerous areas. Was it something they were doing? Was it something that y'all weren't doing? What did you see there?
Yeah, no, I thought we started the game extremely well. We had a couple of moves where we kept the ball for like 15, 16, maybe more passes than that and created opportunities. But then they have one opportunity where they put us on the back foot, and you saw the group, you saw the energy completely go, and fear crept in. Oh, we haven't won at home. Oh, God. And now all anxiety creeps in, and you're not performing. You're not playing. You're not even running. And that's what happened. That's what you saw. And then we get in at half time, we regroup, we talk to them a little bit, we get them back, and for 15 minutes we create opportunities. But if you don't put the ball in the back of the net, you don't win games. But the 15 minutes comes from when we have a go at them at half time, when we get a reaction then. But like, you're a professional footballer. You have the opportunity tonight to jump up the league a couple of places, put ourselves solidly in a playoff position. And we don't.
So in that first half, there was mostly in the second half of it. I noticed a lot of times like Paschal, Enzo, Dan was like making these runs in behind, and just no one was playing that pass. Do you think that was like kind of what you're saying? Just like did not like they almost like scaled to attempt to pass. Like is not a high successful situation.
Yeah, I think when that kicks in, there's a lot of emotions that players go through, and when there's obviously something about when we play at home, and when there's a simple pass on at times, it's the hardest thing to do. But we see the passes and we don't play it. So why is that? It's decision making. It's fear. It's I don't know what it is, but you've got to be able to face that fear and play with that fear and show courage in those moments to do the things that have got you to this position. There's no need to change anything.
In your time as a player and both a coach, you mentioned that fear and like kind of that pressure you feel at home. I'm sure you've experienced that in your playing days. How have you combated that?
It's your attitude. It's your mindset. You have to, one, be together and be a team, not be 11 individuals. And you have to sometimes just grind it out. Like sometimes just do what we did against Sacramento. We grinded it out. We ran for 95 minutes. Our attitude was good for 95 minutes, and you got rewarded with the last play of the game. Yeah. But then from that mentality and that attitude, we come to Oakland roots, and we're exactly where we are now. We go away to Indy 11, fantastic performance, should have won the game. Go away to Rhode Island, fantastic performance, created opportunities, should have won the game. Go to North Carolina, a team that's been undefeated at home, score 3 goals, run our nuts off, attitude's fantastic. Come to here to Colorado, a team that are not in the position that they'll end up in, but bottom of the table, and our attitude's not right. And when your attitude's not right, when your mentality's not right, you get slapped in the face. And I'm sick of being slapped in the face because mindsets aren't right, because attitude's not right.
And then, like you were talking about making the bad decisions, I feel like there was very few like clear cut shots, but there was a lot of like chances that like looked like it was going to be something and then just didn't end up being that. How do you like teach a professional football like should know how to make those decisions to do that better?
It, it, it's the final detail. Like, look, sometimes we have those games. Sometimes you have those games where um, players consistently make the wrong choice. But tonight we get into the final third and we get people on the ball that we want on the ball, and we pass the ball off the field, or we're through on goal and we cut back and allow defenders to get back and don't even have a shot. Decision making was not just non-existent, not good enough. But it's that mindset again. It's the game's about your 18-yard box and the opponent's 18-yard box. Everything that happens in the middle of the field is irrelevant. Yeah, and tonight we weren't ruthless in the attacking opponents in the opponent's box, and in our box we were okay for 85 minutes. But then in a decisive moment, we allow one of the better attacking players in the league, Micheletto, to turn and get a shot in the box. Like, it's emergency defending. Like, it's get tight to your man. They know that. But again, it's the same decisions that the attackers make in the box. It's the same decisions that are costing us games.
And I'm just looking playoff personnel. You started Delgado for the third consecutive league game. Is he your number one goalkeeper at this point?
Matt's been injured. Matt's got an injury with his shoulder, or he can't dive in one direction. Fernando's been playing, and Fernando's been he's done quite well since he's been playing. He hasn't made any errors, hasn't made any mistakes. He's a young kid with a lot of potential and a lot of ability, and I think he's had a run of games and he's done quite well, to be honest.
And then just Sam Shashua makes his debut. Just what do you make of his performance?
I thought with the ball he showed glimpses of his quality, which is why we got him here. I think he's got to put himself in the right positions to be more dangerous, and I think we've got to get more efforts on goal. We've got to get more energy when we don't have the ball. You can't just play when we have the ball. You've got to you've got to work both sides of the ball. So, yeah, Sam, we're excited to have him. He's a good player. He's going to help us. But we've got to get him up to speed.
And just looking ahead, obviously, Ford Madison Jaeger Cup game back at home, and so it's one of those games where it could have like a postseason like feel because the result gets you into the knockouts. How do you kind of approach that with the team, because without that pressure and that fear creeping in?
Yeah, look, we've got to. This is something that we have to face. We have to handle. I think you see a lot of top athletes talking about that now, but you have to mentally be able to handle that and be able to stand up and face that. This is your job, and unfortunately the world of sports is very ruthless, and if you don't perform, you don't stay in it long, so that's the reality of where we are. You've got to put yourself in position off the field, whatever you do before the game, how you prepare before the game to perform, and prepare not just your physical body, not just understanding the tactics, but prepare your mind mentally to be able to come here and perform at the highest level.